Hello besties, welcome to today's bookish reset video. This is long overdue because I have not filmed one of these since January, so I have a very big to-do list. In no particular order, here's what I'd like to get done. Ideally, I would love to take all of my books off of the shelves and dust. That does not sound fun, which is why I haven't done it probably this whole year. I also haven't touched my reading journal since March, and it is indeed July, so need to do a lot of work here. And then it is time to update my book wall. Everyone say that Charles is handsome, please. But yeah, this wall desperately needs to be redone, so I'm going to be changing prints out there. Those are just 3 of the very daunting tasks that have been living rent-free in my mind, but there's also a few little things here and there that I will show y'all as well. For instance, I am filming quarterly reading wrap-ups. So I did one previously for January, February, and March, and now it is time to do April, May, June. Yeah, I need to do that. So I need to gather all the books and redo my hair. I'm trying to embrace the waves that I've got, and I did this routine like 2 days ago, so it clearly needs to be redone. So that is the first order of business, gathering up those books and filming that video. Okay, but first let me show y'all my new mug. Look at how freaking cute this is. I recently painted this at one of those like paint pottery places, and I'm going to be drinking my coffee out of this for the rest of time. Okay, enough talking. Let's find these books and film the video. As y'all just saw, those books are the aftermath of me filming my wrap-up. And with those already being down, I feel like it's a good time to completely take down my bookshelves and dust. So that is what I'm about to do, and then I'm going to reward myself by picking up my new prints. I'm so excited. That took me like 2.5 hours. I will show y'all everything after this. Alright, I am back with the photos for this wall. I did just realize that there's only 6 out of 10 here, so that is a little annoying. I'll have to go back tomorrow. But I haven't looked yet. I think we should look together. I'm nervous. There are 2 that said that they would be low quality, and one of those was, so I just kind of still went with it. Okay, let's look at the smaller ones first. I have 4 11 by 14s. Let's look at the first one. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is perfect. I am obsessed. I also got them matte, which I did last time, so. Okay, next one. Here is that next one. It's like a staircase. I'll show y'all the next one first. I think this one might be my favorite. Maybe I should have blown this one up more. Oh my goodness. Last one, let's look. Wait, that turned out so good. Shut up. And the last one. This is so beautiful. I'm really glad this one is big. I am so happy right now. Obviously, you can see I went a very different theme compared to my last one. This is all like dark, gothic, academia vibes. Okay, let's start getting these hung up. Obviously, it is much later. I have all of the prints and the frames, and it looks quite bare behind me, but I want to kind of walk y'all through this process. So number one, I got all of these prints off of Etsy as a digital download, and I was able to just order them from the Walmart photo department. I think I already told y'all this, but I ordered them all as matte, and most of them were blank prints, but there were a few quotes I really wanted to add. For example, this one. And then for this one, I was playing in between these two fonts. I ended up going with this one. And then I also figured out the placement by putting it in Canva too. So shout out Canva for this. And now it is time to hang up these prints. Okay, I will show y'all better tomorrow in the daylight, but this is what we're working with so far. I am so happy. It has been a long day, so I am going to rearrange that shelf, finish things up, and call it a night. It's been like 2 days since we talked because it took me so damn long to update my journal. Note to self, don't go MIA for 3 months because it low-key sucked having to write all of my individual reviews. I won't show y'all super up close because sometimes they are spoiler filled, but I individually write reviews for every single book. So that obviously took a hot second, but I actually want to show y'all my spreads and whatnot. So let me grab you. All right, so this is the last monthly spread I did. I typically write the month all cutesy up here and then have my TBR down here, but this is actually the last TBR I've made this year. So you'll see here in a second, I just did the whole page for the month. So I had to fill out all of these reviews, and you'll see sometimes I just write really short ones if I didn't like the book, and then others are longer and sometimes have spoilers. So don't read these, but here is April. Then we have May, and I kind of went for a quilt vibe. Next up is June, and I just went simple with this one, but I do really like it. And lastly, I did go ahead and do July, and this one is actually my favorite. So yeah, and here is a better glimpse into the spreads that I do. So the next book I read will be number 51 of the year. And I write the title, the author, the genre, okay, that is actually supposed to say rating, I messed up. And then I write the dates that I read it, my thoughts, and a final review. And then I did go back and update my more yearly ones, like this one and my reading goal. And then I just printed these off. So I need to cut them and add them, but I'm gonna do that here in a second, along with make another spread for one of my favorite books this year. Here's an example of one I did last year. This is for Emily Wilde. Here's another one I did for the Boys of Tommen series, and then the Once Upon a Broken Heart series. I just really love making these. I think they're so much fun. And here are the pictures I printed off for the one I'm about to do. I wonder if y'all can guess what it is. I feel like this is a big hint, and maybe that if you've read it. If you couldn't tell, it is The Rose Bargain, one of my favorite books this year. And yeah, that actually reminds me, I don't think we've talked a whole bunch about what I've already done. Some things I was putting off, like dusting my bookshelves, and then my new wall, which I love so much. And I actually haven't talked to y'all about why I wanted to change the printout, so I am going to do so now. It is actually for a deeper meaning, and I haven't talked about this on YouTube yet, just because it can be scary sticking up for, you know, what you believe in, and people can be mean. But the main reason I wanted to change out those prints is because it had some authors that I am just not really supporting anymore. One example being Sarah J. Maas. I took her books off of my bookshelves, I think a few months ago at this point, but there were still some prints on there that I just wanted to take down. As an aspiring book creator, I just want to make sure I am supporting people that are on the right side of history and that I agree with, and I want to be giving these people money to do good things instead of, you know, maybe supporting things that I don't like. And right now I'm not going in depth about why I'm not choosing to support, you know, certain authors anymore. You can look that up for your own, or you can ask in the comments. There are certain authors that I've taken down and I need to do more research on. One of those was the Boys of Tommen series. I had her off of my shelves for a few months as well, and she was in so much drama recently revolving around her releasing 10 book. And after her clarifications and the statements she made regarding all of that, I actually did decide to put some of her books back on my shelf. And obviously I don't want to be taking down authors' books and putting them back up and not knowing where I stand. But in this case, I did appreciate her speaking up and made that decision. So yeah, I didn't mean to make this a big whole thing, but if you were curious about why I no longer wear my SJM merch or anything like that, now you know, and feel free to ask more about it in the comments. I will try my best to answer you, but I do recommend you just doing the research yourself, because we all have different beliefs. And if you were wondering what mine were, I'll just say FDT, and if you know, you know. And all are welcome here, which is also very telling, sadly. Anyways, I actually think I'm going to close out this video with doing some journaling. So thank y'all so much for watching. I really appreciate y'all being here while I did bookish things, and I hope you enjoyed the rest of the video.